By Don Thompson, the Associated Press, Sacramento. California Governor Gavin Newsom's use of emergency powers to make far-reaching policies during the pandemic was upheld Wednesday by state appellate judges who rejected a lower court finding that the Democrat had done too much unilaterally. 3 judges from the 3rd District Court of Appeal in Sacramento ruled unanimously that the prior judge erred in interpreting the Emergency Services Act to prohibit the governor from issuing quasi-legislative orders in an emergency. We conclude the issuance of such orders did not constitute an unconstitutional delegation of legislative power, Presiding Justice Vance Raye wrote in ruling on a lawsuit brought by Republican state legislators. The court already had stayed the earlier ruling by Sutter County Superior Court Judge Sarah Heckman that Newsom unconstitutionally usurped the legislature's power. Heckman more broadly issued an injunction, which also had been temporarily halted by the appeals court, barring Newsom from issuing any orders under the California Emergency Services Act that amended state laws or legislative policy. Newsom did so dozens of times during the pandemic in what amounted to one-man rule, Assemblymen James Gallagher and Kevin Kiley said. The appeals court said the lower court rulings raised matters of great public concern regarding the governor's orders in the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic emergency, but agreed with the governor's contention that he acted within the broad emergency authority granted him under state law in times of crisis. The appeals court relied on a section of the law that says the governor shall have complete authority over all agencies of the state government and the right to exercise within the area designated all police power vested in the state by the Constitution and laws of the state of California. Kiley and Gallagher said they would appeal to the state Supreme Court. The appeals court reached a startling conclusion: that a state of emergency gives a California governor the power to legislate. The California Supreme Court has repeatedly held this as forbidden by our state constitution, the 2 lawmakers said in a statement. The issue now squarely presented for the High Court is whether the separation of powers still exists in California, they said, expressing confidence that the justices will uphold this bedrock principle of constitutional government. Newsom's office called the ruling a win for public safety and all Californians. The decision upholds the state's ability to save lives and protect Californians in response to a disaster, whether an earthquake, wildfire, or this unprecedented pandemic, his administration said in a statement. The governor faces a recall election this fall driven in large part by frustration with his management of the crisis. His office said the emergency efforts have been critical to protecting public health during the pandemic.